Hey, everyone that's watching this after the fact, and thank you everyone that's in here watching live. I'm talking about making memes and using memes for marketing. So this is our marketing with memes guide. We're doing memes live as well. And funny enough, some awesome people paid to have memes made on this live. So we're going to talk through, why memes first. So I think an attempt at humor is generous in whatever form. I think a dad joke is generous. I think every person that does stand-up comedy, even if they're bad at it, is generous. And most company content is painfully boring. And basically, I believe attention is really hard to get. So I put something on social media yesterday that said company pages are basically really hard to get any traffic whatsoever, right? And I believe you should be going hard on your personal account. I believe if you really get a lot of traffic and attention, it's going to take paying money on a business page. I know Jordan Harrison is in here. He has a groups. There's obviously other ways besides memes to get attention, right? There's groups, Reels and TikToks, before and after. Jordan, for being in here, can you say what the name of your group is?
Yeah, it's the Preferred Contractors community. So
Preferred Contractors community. So jump in that group. What is the main value proposition on that group? Thank you for joining.
Yeah, no, it's really free education on marketing and business development. Like we
Awesome.
are currently not selling anything, so it's hop in there and take advantage of everything we got.
Very cool. Appreciate that. TikToks and Reels, I think, are another place where you can get organic reach from social. I basically am annoyed with social that you can't, with a business page, you can't do much, unfortunately, unless you pay. Other things that work real quick before we get into the memes, before and afters, personal pictures with big smiles, culture stuff, human beings, life announcements, fun stuff, dogs. And I think just basically people should be using their personal pages more. So that's one big thing. And even if you did memes on your business page, I don't necessarily think they're going to all like go viral. Okay. This is like, how do we get a little bit more attention regularly? I think it's about habits around memes. It's not just making one meme and you did it. You know, this is like, I make a meme a day on average. So here we go. We're going to get into the training. The first things you need to know to make a good meme for your business. Who is it for? Who is it for? Second thing you need to know is what makes you different. So these are really basic marketing questions, but they're very important. Who is it for? And what makes your company different? So we're going to use that to kind of formulate our memes. Then we need funny pictures. So certainly anything that you can find that you find on the internet, I'm not going to lie, like my memes are a little derivative. I'm looking at the top meme accounts on Instagram, but I'm also looking for, and I think this is even more helpful than just looking at the top meme accounts. It's looking at niche meme accounts. So I follow like lawyer memes. I even follow Trader Joe worker memes. Here's some accounts to get you started. I'll put these in the chat. Literally every meme on Instagram. It's called Literally Every Meme. Homeowner memes. I think that's really good for people that are contractors. Homeowner memes, because your ideal customer is often a homeowner. So ultimately, I think you should look at that one for the tone and trajectory of your memes. Shithead Steve on Instagram. Recruiter Kenny. Once again, niche memes are really good because they kind of, sometimes the more generalized meme accounts are really hard to kind of pull something and turn it into like a business oriented meme, but niche meme accounts are really a great spot. Wall Street memes, Wall ST memes, and then sales_humor on Instagram, sales humor on Instagram. Next, Reddit. Diving a little deeper, Reddit is a great opportunity. There's a lot of different kind of like early memes on Reddit. I used to hate Reddit because it's kind of harsh sometimes if you're participating. I put my art on there before and just been roasted, so I didn't like it, but I've gotten into it more for memes. One kind of thread to follow, I've got the app on my phone, Meme Economy. It's basically like up and coming memes, Meme Economy. And a lot of times they'll put the meme, their meme idea, and then like the format, they'll make it so you can swipe. So this is one that I did yesterday. I found on Meme Economy. It's just this tiny boat in a big pond, or sorry, a big boat in a tiny pond. And from that, I just kind of went through these things. Who is it for? And what makes my company different? And I try to come up with something for my content. Now, you have to play the meme game loosely. Like it cannot all be selling your business. Sometimes it's just, who is it for? Sometimes it's just I'm thinking about contractors. So in this case, I made this into a meme that was, I think, relatable to contractors. Maybe they're not going to buy off this meme, which says, when you get your sales and operations very tight, but are in a market under 100K people. And I think people can relate to that. I did put our watermark down there. It has the hookagency.com and roofing marketing. So that's going to be one of the things, the watermark. But in this case, it's for contractors, and I'm making something that they will enjoy. And honestly, one of the things, it's not the worst thing if somebody disagrees with your meme. I want to invite you to occasionally get haters, or even just people that are like, I disagree. If you say something that people disagree with on the internet, you are going to survive. And you are also going to probably get your post seen by more people. So I'm not saying say things that you disagree with, but for instance, and this is not a meme, but I just want to talk about it as a principle. I posted something, social media is almost nothing for businesses these days, unless you go full court press on your personal profile or spend real money. And a lot of people disagreed with that, but that post kind of blew up a bit. But the point is that sometimes you say something where it's like, I could explain this with more nuance, but we could also do that in the comments. It's okay if somebody disagrees with me. And you people will disagree with your memes if you do them regularly. All right, so let's get into it. I use Mematic for the edit. So it's Mematic on iPhone. I'm sure that, here, I'll show you the icon. It looks like that, Mematic. And the reason I like this is because you need to be able to create your memes quickly. And I obviously, I know how to use Photoshop. You might know how to use Photoshop and Canva or whatever, but the point is to be able to create it quickly. This is a very cheap app. I don't know if it's like $5 or something like that. It's totally worth it. It basically, you just pull your images in, it gives you a bunch of images. So you could, but these images are usually cheesy. Like they're used too much. Like I strongly suggest you don't use that Will Smith meme. Like that will be that's overdone. So you have to find images that are a little bit unusual. And like I said, Reddit is a great place for that. Follow the different threads on Reddit. Look for kind of unusual images, even just out on the internet. I don't know about you guys. I'm highly on the internet. So like, as I see like photos around for different things, especially if it's weird. Here's the real principle. The photo itself has to be funny. Like it's going to go a lot further if by itself, if you just posted that photo, somebody would kind of be amused. I think that that's another kind of principle. Amused is okay. Like it doesn't have to be laugh out loud funny. You know what I mean? Like just try to make it amusing. Sometimes when you go for laugh out loud funny, you kind of end up in dad joke territory a little bit. And we want to keep it amusing. And I think ultimately the ones that you think are going to work don't always work. and ones that you thought were kind of okay, kind of take off. So I guess I'm kind of encouraging you to post 5 a week, to post regularly. Oh, meme generator app is free, Jordan Harrison says. Thank you so much. Meme generator app. So those are 2 options. Basically, like I said, you want to make this very easy to do on the fly, because the best memes come at you randomly. Some of my best ones, like it just kind of like came to me because I'm looking at memes a lot. I think that that's one of the principles. I look at memes a lot. People wonder, like, what is this guy doing? How is he spending so much time on this? I just do it like when my wife and I are watching TV at night or something like that. That's when I would do this. I don't normally sit during a business day and try to create memes. So just kind of a principle, like it's kind of a leisurely activity. And you kind of want to be a little bit in a lighthearted mood when you do it. Not to say that you can't spend real time at work doing it. I mean, but anyways, that's my approach. All right. I think that the best way to get started at this, so if you're feeling like, I want to do this, I want to get started, let's go. I think the best way is to sit down, line up 20 photos. So go to these accounts that I mentioned, and I'll put these in the description on YouTube as well. Screenshot amusing pictures that you enjoy, that you get 20 of them, and then sit down at Mematic or Meme Generator and just make shitty memes. Make 10 to 20 shitty memes. These are not all going to be winners. What I need you to do is get into a rhythm of doing it, because the rhythm of doing it is going to be the hardest part. It's just like getting in there and just doing it. And so, speaking of that we're going to start doing that here in a second. We're going to do some live for, we're going to do them live for How the Hail podcast, roofing and actually, sorry, that's a different one. United Stakeholders of America, DAO LLC, which is like a self-insurance option. And then we're going to be doing it for Garage Door Doctor. So we're going to get into that in a second. I'm not saying these are all going to be killer memes. Yeah, if you want your money back at the end of this, go for it. But I am certainly going to be kind of talking about these companies a little bit and trying to make memes for them. So that'll be fun. So first of all, sit down and do 10, 20 bad ones. Here's kind of the formats. The labels, I like the memes where there's labels. You know what I mean? Labels on things versus the when you format, which is like a lot of these are like with the top one, it's when you, right? That's the easier format, but the best format is probably more like the labels format, where it's like items and they're labeled. So just kind of noting those are 2 kind of major formats. And I think the labels ones usually do a lot better. And they take a little bit more work, if I'm honest. So these ones are easier. The ones where the labels on the top, and these ones are usually better. The ones with the labels in them. Just because they usually take a little bit more time to come up with. Here's another example. The labels one, it says, roofing company owners finally hitting heavy profit. And then the crocodile on the back, it says, their top salesperson who is definitely thinking about making their own company. Another thing, last couple minutes before we start getting into making these live, I want to say, I think this has driven me to try to listen to more like comedic podcasts, because I think the tone on these things matters, right? I think, I'm not saying I'm the funniest guy in the world, but I think like the wording here, who is definitely thinking about making his own company. I mean, I'm saying something, I am being dramatic about the wording on stuff. And once again, that you have to be not scared that people will disagree, because it's important to kind of overemphasize things for comedic effect. So I think that's a principle. And then lastly, kind of principle before we get into the live creation of memes is what I like a list of what does the audience, so who is it for is the number one question we talked about. And what do you do different than competitors? I am just sending this link to one more person who, sorry guys. Maybe I won't be able to do this quick enough. Somebody else wanted in here. I might not be able to send them to, I don't want to distract. So anyways, who is it for and what's different about your company than competitors? Really, really important. Next, who does your audience hate or what does your audience hate? I have a live list on my phone of what contractors hate. Because because a lot of this is taking shots at things. You know what I mean? And occasionally, like my super meta ideal scenario is I make a meme that contractors want to share, right? So then it would be what does the homeowner hate, which is the leak, which is the, contractors that don't call you back, which is those types of things, right? So that's probably you guys, what you need to go after is like, what does the homeowner hate? What do they hate about working with contractors? That's a great meme device. So you should have a list on your phone of, if you're going to be going after memes, a list of your phone of everything that homeowners hate. And then we're going to systematically hit them with memes. And then what do they love? What does your audience love? These are great subjects for memes. So even whether, hey, the simplest form, I saw one of our clients the other day, just talk about like, it was like the whispering in the ear meme. And it was like, it's going to be 80 degrees next week, so like, and then the goosebumps. So like, that's an example of you're just empathizing with people in general. I think I believe if you're a contractor, you can be hyper focused on local things. So if you have like a 5-city radius, making memes about local things that are interesting. Like another example, any meme in Minnesota, we have this guy that's on every single billboard, and his name is Chris Lindahl, and he's a realtor, and he always does this on the guaranteed offer is his thing. And memes about that guy are, it's locally kind of like people like it because it's for them and not everyone gets it. So they're an in-group, which is the local in-group, as far as like other people outside of Minnesota wouldn't get that meme. So what in your area, if you're a contractor, can you hit that's funny, that's locally focused? And I think that I think some of my memes do better, partly just because there's not a lot of roofing and contractor memes in general. So like just taking shots at local things, if you're a contractor, people like it and are amused by it. Maybe it's not laugh out loud funny, but they're going to be amused by it and enjoy it, and you get more attention. And it's, like I said, it's hard to get attention these days as a contractor. All right. So now we're going to get into it. I'm going to start with the easiest one first, probably, just to see if we can get into this. Okay. We've got Garage Door Doctor. So Garage Door Doctor, Cody, I appreciate you. I think about memes for contractors, so I'm going to try this. Like I said, what we need is funny pictures, and we're going to have to go through a few funny pictures to kind of get prepped for this. So I don't have a ton ready for this. So like I said, I'm going to go live. I'm doing this live. I did kind of look for a few funny pictures, and I did grab your logo to make the overlay here. So one I've been trying to make a meme for that I haven't found is this running Joker that I haven't done something for yet. It's a funny picture. It's like the Joker running away. Here, I'll show you it in the meme app. So in this case, you pull it in, you crop out if there was a previous caption, you pull it into the meme app. In this case, they allow you like a layout function. Here, I'm gonna pull this up here. I think I'm gonna mirror my screen so that this is a little clearer. Video, or not mirror, I should say. All right, so we got this Joker photo. I'm gonna try to make it into a meme right now. All right, so on this, it actually, you go to background, you go layout, and you do the meme layout with the text on top. This is Mematic app. So I'm gonna pull in the watermark because that's the easy part, right? Garage Door Doctor. By the way, shout out to Garage Door Doctor. I'm gonna do, while I'm kind of pulling this up, I'm gonna do a quick what he does that's different, because this helps me get prepared. If you know what somebody does that's different too, it helps you get prepared. Cody says what they do different, their ideal customer is a married female with 2 school-aged kids, tired of her garage door, not working, car is trapped. Combined family income of 90K, plus lives in a house 7 to 12 years old. And what makes them different is competitors. I mean, makes them different than competitors. They have over 2,000 5-star reviews, established in 87, not fly by night. They have the best warranties, in-house employees. Okay. So I'm pulling this watermarking here. I'm going to put it over, if it's a darker, I'm going to put it over a lighter part of the image. If it's a lighter logo, I'm going to put it over a darker part of the image. Oh man, we're going to have to probably go through a few photos here, but how could I make this? Let's make a few bad ones first, and then maybe we'll get to a good one. That's usually my strategy here. So I'm just going to make a bad meme. Okay. Most garage door companies, after they collect the final check. If what we're up against is fly by night companies, then we're going to take a shot at these fly by night companies. I'm going to make it bold so it kind of sticks out a little bit, and I'm going to push the size of the font up so it's the full thing, maybe center it over the photo, and we're going to export it, and then we're going to do our next one. That's how long I'm thinking about these memes, because I honestly, sitting there isn't going to make it that much better. We got to get into another meme. If that one's going to suck, that one's going to suck. All right. This is I feel like this one's like one of the easiest formats to use ever. And it is a hilarious picture. So it's Undertaker standing behind AJ Styles. So let's try this one. It's kind of basic. You know, there's a lot of these memes, but nonetheless, let's do it just to get into it here. And this is an example. I was kind of talking about the label version of memes, which are always better. I'm going to put this in kind of one of the lighter parts of the photo, the garage door doctor thing. Ready. So in this case, we talked about being trapped. Sorry, that's my dog lapping up water in the back. We talked about being trapped. I think that there's probably a good meme in there for being trapped in your garage. And so we're going to use that. Ready to leave for the day. To go to work. And then I'm going to say, your garage door deciding not to work. I hate to overstate this because I feel like it makes it way less funny, but we're personifying the excuse me, I'll pull this up a little bit more. We're personifying the garage door as a human being, which does make it kind of funnier. It's deciding not to work. It's not it's not like an inanimate object anymore. All right. Keep going here. Trying to see if I can make this. We're exporting that one. We're going on to a new one. We're not stopping. Garage door doctor, get at him, everyone. All right. I was working on this meme this morning. I find it hilarious. I mean, I find this image hilarious. I don't know, like you got to start with a funny image, right? This is a Russian general using like a manual magnifying glass to look at a computer. So I'm just gonna go for this. Like I said, like the more you relax into it and just make bad memes, the more you're gonna like essentially get to a good meme eventually. So I'm gonna go. I feel like this is my first good meme because this image is really good and it's hilarious. And let's go. So I'm gonna say me looking for a garage door company that has more reviews than us. That has more 5-star reviews. Me looking. Well, you know, Cody, I love you. I appreciate you. If for some reason you need more memes than this, I'll make more later. I'm gonna say this is the one that you paid for. And I'll send that over to you. So we got me looking for a garage door company that has more 5-star reviews than us. This to me is funny. And it might not be funny to your audience, but I think it's kind of lighthearted and to me, it's amusing. All right, let's get on to the next one. The next one we're going to do is How the Hail Podcast, Jordan. Not Jordan Harrison, the other one. We're going to talk about, so his audience is podcasts. So I'm going to kind of do a little commercial for him and then we'll get into it. Because I basically said if you overpaid on this, I was going to give you a commercial. One second. How the Hail Podcast. The value proposition is to educate and learn from the best in the industry. So the roofing industry in this case. Have one place where new reps or homeowners could learn about the industry. My primary audience, I would say, is new reps and contractors, just people who want to learn more about the industry. I would say that's a really important like kind of thing to clarify in this audience, just kind of marketing wise. If it's new reps, it's new reps. And then you can be the audience of learning for, learning as well from these people in the industry. So I think kind of the enemy here, if I was imagining for a new rep, is like not being able to get the information you need or feeling lonely or those types of things. Because I think that a lot of roofing company owners don't equip their roofing salespeople very well to like with education and stuff. So ultimately, I think you're kind of combating that. And if you have this podcast, the How the Hail Podcast, go check it out, everyone. We can kind of play with that a little bit. And I will say there's a little crossover with our audience on this. So I feel like I might hit this one, but we'll see. We'll see. It might be bad. Who knows? All right. I'm going to do from looking for other photos in Instagram because I think, let me see. We got, like I said, go to niche meme accounts. So I'm going to try looking at Recruiter Kenny. I don't know why I follow these niche meme accounts, but they really help. When your client refuses to use recruiters to hire qualified candidates. So I'm kind of getting inspired by these by these other niche accounts. The best candidate I can find. The headache meme. this is actually hilarious. When you have the shower, but you're also a recruiter, you have I think this one, a lot of times the reason that these niche accounts are really great to follow is because like some of this could just be directly applied to sales. Like if you're talking to new sales reps, like when you have to shower, but you're also a roofing salesperson or salesperson or something like that, right? But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, you know what? So if I find this and I don't have the format, I can usually just Google format. You know what I mean? So cheerleaders standing on shoulders. This is a good format. This is a funny format. So let's go Google that. God, talking about funny things when I'm not actually making jokes is so weird. Cheerleader. Standing on shoulders. Meme. This is a great format. Great formats get to be reused over and over again. That's just the dirty secret of memes. Plus, half the people haven't, I know you and I have because we're all overly memed, but most people haven't seen this image 10 times like you or I have probably. So let's pop it in the, it's also like, once again, that's a humorous photo without even putting any captions on it. That's why it's good. You know what I mean? You find a humorous photo that's good even without any captions. Like with just putting that on the internet, that's a humorous photo. Okay. Overstating here a little bit, but we're gonna swap out the watermark here. So if I'm doing this from the perspective, sorry, I'm got my sweat. I'm working from home today. We got my sweatpants on. This is how meme work should be done. Is just in your sweatpants on your smartphone. This isn't computer work. This is sweatpants phone work. Okay. So if I'm thinking about it from a perspective of a sales rep, I'm kind of empathize, because if my main audience is sales reps, I want the hero of the story to be sales reps. You know what I mean? If that's my audience, the hero of the story should be the audience. So in this case, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to say sales reps, and I'm going to kind of dramatize what the sales rep experience is a little bit. Sales reps working 60 to 70 hours a week. I'm going to kind of dramatize their problem to help them feel like I'm empathizing with them. Not their problem, but you know what I'm saying? So sales reps working 67 hours a week, they're on the bottom of that cheerleader thing. And then we're going to say the company owner, is, this is what you got to do. We got to take a shot. Somebody's going to be annoyed with this, but we're going to go for it. And then we're going to say the company owner, I would say like getting a business award or something like that is kind of the idea I'm going for, but I don't know how I'm going to phrase this. The company owner getting all the glory. I actually don't really like the way I'm phrasing that. Hey, if somebody else in this workshop wants to help me out, you get what I'm going for, right? You got sales reps working 60, 70 hours a week. What would this be like? The company owner getting receiving a business award, maybe, or getting all the glory, something like that. All right, I'm gonna stick with this, and it might just be like not as good. The other thing you can do here is actually you can do export, and on this you can say add to project. So you can basically save your project in Mematic, which I really like, and then I can work on it later if it's not quite up there. So that I have tons of saved projects. Most of them I never complete, if I'm honest with you, but on this app. So that allows me to kind of go through and keep doing it. So anyways, I'm gonna stick with this. And yeah, Jordan, appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna send this out to you. If for this podcast, this isn't what you're looking for, I'll make you some more memes here. I'm excited too. I appreciate you overpaying for this, and we'll keep on. I just wanted to filter people so I didn't have to make 100 memes. That's why I had people pay. But let's maybe we'll make another one for the sales reps that are your podcast audience, or we'll move on to the next one here too. I don't know yet. We'll do it depend on what we have. I'm going to go into some of my saved projects. Some of them I just don't post because I'm not really allowed to go after those people on the internet. So here's an example of one of those. I'm scared. I don't want to post about these people. And I'll show you a couple other ones that are not, I don't want to post because of that reason. But we're going to look at kind of some of these ones I've got saved. You got the old flex tape one. Here, I guess this one kind of works for your audience too. You got your boss and hating the organization you work for when the boss is an asshole. And then the flex tape is a 5K raise. That would kind of be for sales reps. So maybe we'll slap that slap that How the Hail logo on there, see if we can. Boom. But yeah, basically it's finding formats is the hardest part. You got to find formats. You have to find a lot of them, and you have to make a lot of memes. Finding the format, like I have so many bad memes, it's insane. But then again, my memes are getting 50 to 150 likes on Facebook, and attention is hard to get. So if you are creating memes regularly, I'm sorry, I'm overselling the idea of memes, but I feel like it's just really hard to get attention, and this is one way to do it. I'm looking for a meme format that would work for this last person who did this, so who paid for one. So I'm going to try to look here. We're going to wrap up on this one, and then I'll kind of talk through a couple last things. So United Stakeholders of America DAO. So this is the he did slightly overpay, so I'm just going to quickly talk through what their thing is. It is self-insurance. So they have they help you do insurance for yourself or through the people, and they have an inventive approach. He says, we don't gripe, we don't revolt, we create, and that's what works is invention. So this is something that they're working on. Donnie Height, thank you so much for throwing me $50 to make this meme live. This one's going to be harder though. So if you want your money back, go for it. I just don't know if I fully understand the audience on this one. I just want you to know, like, I'm going to do my best. So self-insurance, it's very easy to go after. I've done a lot of memes to go after insurance companies. So I feel like I probably can kind of speak to this a little bit, and I'll actually kind of we'll start with some existing formats here. So if I look at projects, I'm going to see if I have any ones. So this is an example of one. Insurance carrier. We're going to send a ladder assist to simply assist in the inspection. And then we've decided not to confirm the claim. Actually, I think I've already used that one. Excuse me. Let me see. Ooh, This one's probably actually a good one for sales reps. Oh my God. So sorry, one more for Jordan because I jump, but they said if I leave, I lose my commissions. So that one's definitely a good one. We'll give that one to Jordan. I'll brand that one for him too before we get his watermark out here. Apparently it's easier to do it for the Holiday Hail podcast because I think I understand that better. But if we're doing self-insurance, let's see. Sorry, guys, one little lull here while I'm looking for a decent format. I think this is a little bit easier of one to hit. Basically, the idea is the I am never going to financially recover from this format. I like ones too where they have the words there too. It's just kind of like simplifies it. I like these ones a lot. I think when you really hit them. So in this case, I would go after an insurance company like this. I would say like insurance company CEO. Makes, this is the format where you do like the colon and then you do also or the other, like basically like it's like what they're saying. So insurance company CEO makes $20 million salary. And then I'm going to say also insurance company CEO. When someone files a claim, when a homeowner files a claim. Actually, I'm going to switch that up. So insurance company, when a homeowner files a legitimate claim. And then I'm going to swap out the watermark here with United Stakeholders of America. So I think that's the enemy on this, self-insurance option. So I'm going to put that in there. Appreciate you, Donnie, for being part of this. He was like, I'll give you $1,000 if you make like, you make a bunch of memes right here now. And I was like, I don't want the pressure, man. All right. Another one that I did going after insurance companies, when the granules are all falling off, but Allstate won't cover the damage. Just trying to see if I got any more stuff for United Stakeholders. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up here soon. Excuse me. Seeing what else I got. So I've got the unhated insurance. Actually, that one sucks. I'm going to have to come back to this and work on this, but suffice it to say, very grateful for the sponsoring the video, basically kind of with this. And I'll wrap this up and I'll work a little bit more on this meme on the side. But hey guys, I appreciate you coming to the live. I hope this training was somewhat useful for anyone that's willing to share. Jordan, you're the only one that I can see right now, but if for somebody that's willing to share, did you get anything out of this training? And if so, what did you get? How'd you enjoy it and what'd you get? Or Cody or Aaron or Casey or Jordan, the other Jordan, are you guys willing to share anything you got out of the training and if you enjoyed it?
I really appreciated the way that you didn't, overthink it or like really read too much into things. You just kind of like, it was kind of like fly by the seat of your pants. And I don't think that a lot of people work that way. And I know this isn't technically like quote unquote work. But I thought that was a really good, tip, for doing it, is just to kind of like, just do it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I was going to say, I like how you have kind of an ongoing list, like to have fodder so that when you do get to that like time where you can just leisurely make some, you don't have to think too much about it. You've got a plan in place.
Exactly. I will say, like, when you really sit down, you're like, I'm going to do meme creation. They're not as good, but then when you get one later, it's like, they're usually better when you kind of get one like all of a sudden.
I like how you just consistent and sticking to it, even if they're not always the best, just always putting it out there.
Thanks, Jordan. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, like, just because in our case, we've done so many, I think people support them. And I think people appreciate that we're empathizing and that most business content is boring. So I think people kind of appreciate that you're trying no matter what.
All right. So being the content geek, I came because I wanted to create more engagement that's outside of videos that I make. So I think the big thing is that I pull from listening to thinking about your ideal audience, like who's it for, and structuring out that way. But then listening to actual comedians, and I didn't think about that, like to be able to break down how they put their jokes together for engagement, and then put it in the meme. Because I do have memes that come to me in the day, and I need to do that, and then I completely forget. No, I'm here to learn. So I thought the whole thing was great in terms of how you break down your audience. But I would say listening to some comedic podcasts is super helpful.
Absolutely. Cody, I know you're out in the field today. If you have 1 second to unmute and share, I'd love it. Otherwise, all good. Everyone, thank you for joining. This made it.
Sorry, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, Tim. I like that. I would tend to overthink it. So if I was making a meme, I would just sit there for 4 hours and trash it. So
Yeah.
I like just get it done, even if it's shitty. Just do it, and you'll get better at it over time. So.
And I'll just throw this out here. You don't have to post every meme you make. So like I probably make 3 for every one that I post on the internet. And I think that that's probably not a bad rhythm. So sometimes I'll make 10 or whatever, and I'll just have them sitting in there, and then I'll just post the best one that's currently available.
Gotcha.
And as far as posting, so thank you, dude. You don't have to be on anymore. I appreciate you.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Tim.
Yep. So I just want to note here that, let me see if I can unpin. I'm just going to note real quick about how to post and that kind of stuff. Just, I hope this is useful as well. Personally, I find 7:20 in the morning to be a great time to post a meme. I also find 9:20 at night to be a great time to post a meme. And then anytime kind of in the middle of the day, basically from my point of view, any post on Facebook's algorithm, I generally push out about 6 hours from my last post. 6 hours. It feels like Facebook only wants you to have one thing popping at a time. So on average, I put it out. The other thing that people need to note is I've connected with a ton of my ideal customers on social media. So I probably have like 3,500 roofers that I've connected with. And being that I have this tight audience and I'm connected with this many people, it makes my engagement go up. So good content is not the only thing. It's posting at the right time, giving 6 hours in between your last post, and then connecting with a lot of people on a regular basis. Those to me are the kind of ingredients for success. And then obviously some of these principles we talked about it with kind of getting funnier over time. If you have 5 likes, your first meme, don't get discouraged. If you have 1, don't get discouraged. If it's you, don't get discouraged. I like my memes and I comment on my memes all the time. I don't care. This is business. I am trying to be useful and I'm trying to get better, get funnier. I think getting funnier is a form of usefulness. And I hope that you guys take it as an opportunity to potentially try and try to get into this.
So I'm not the only one that likes my own content. I like that.
Yeah.
I like to love them. I like to love my own stuff.
Yeah. I just don't think, I think it, from my point of view, when I say no holds barred or full court press, I mean, we're not worried about if we look cool. We're trying to make business happen, you know, and ultimately I think you guys that are doing that with your businesses and with, if you're a salesperson, I think that that's honorable and you got to keep going and you got to go hard. So whatever you got to do, no holds barred, full court press. I really appreciate you guys coming to this training. Like I said, I hope this was fun and useful, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Thank you, Tim.
Yep. Bye.